cheeks, eyes, mouth, and gurgling tongue. A mystical wind blew through the castle, rustling the skirts of the women who gasped in awe, and billowing the banner above the king's head, which bore his sigil, the white dragon. But one day, darling girl, a prince will awaken your heart with a blood kiss. Not long after, you will drink fire into your soul, and awaken the beast of vengeance and righteousness, and courage and hope. The baby cooed as if she understood the old woman's cryptic words, still resonating with magic and portent. The white woman pressed her thumb to the stone, and then smudged the shimmery dust across the infant's tiny forehead. "And you, blessed child," she whispered, "you will awaken the White Queen with emerald eyes, and smite the evil one with one bite. You will be the savior of them all." Then she vanished into a swirling plume of smoke, leaving them in heavy silence, with only the soft cooing of the babe echoing in the hall. 1 year later, on the road home from a long journey, the king and his men were killed by brigands. The baby princess, now motherless and fatherless, and her kingdom were put into the care of a steward. Time went on. The king and queen were forgotten. So was the white woman. But it mattered not at all, for the Heartstone never forgets. Chapter 1. Briar Rose cut an eerie silhouette in the moonlit night. Sharp turrets and massive battlements would be formidable to scale and climb for most men, and vampires, but not for Mikhail and his 4 brethren in the Bloodguard. They'd watched from the woodland since sunset. Watched and waited. Mikhail flicked a hand, signaling his men. As one, the hooded vampires melded with the shadows and flashed to the eastern gate. Grigorovitch cracked the neck of the first Legionnaire guard, then severed his head with a clean, deep slice. Dmitri, the second. They dropped the bodies along the inner wall. There were 2 ways into the well-guarded eastern tower, which most assuredly held Princess Vilhelmina, either through the palace itself, and likely 24 guards, or through the tower window. They'd opted for the path of least resistance. The heavy concentration of legionnaires clad in red and black dress, denoting King Dominic's men guarded her rather than her own, was like a beacon shining a spotlight on her location within the castle. Dmitri had asked Mikhail at sunset, "Incapacitate or kill?" There was only one answer Mikhail could give with icy conviction. Kill. They would show no mercy to these brutal bastards who'd imprisoned the princess, especially since they were under orders of the nefarious Butcher King himself. The evil Queen Morgred's announcement that her eldest son would take the captive Princess Vilhelmina as his bride set the members of the Black Lily into action. Friedrich, the Duke of Winter Hill, had told Mikhail why it was imperative that he save her at all costs. "The fate of us all depends upon the success of your mission. She cannot come into the hands of King Dominic or Queen Morgred." And so here they were, embarking on said mission. Beyond Friedrich's warnings, Mikhail had another reason for saving the Princess of Arcadia, one that bore so deep, his blood hummed with the possibility that she could be the key to avenge the wrong done to him and his family. A wrong that still pricked with sharp teeth upon that tender organ beneath his ribs. Slipping through the shadows to the wall beneath the eastern parapet, Mikhail gave a swift nod. Together they climbed, finding the notches and grooves of brick to hoist themselves up in swift silence, with claws extended, for they'd all summoned their inner beasts to the surface. They made quick work of the wall. Upon their leap over the top ledge, they fell upon the unsuspecting guards with deadly swiftness. Mikhail unsheathed his serrated dagger as a legionnaire attacked.